Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Crochet. I attend Liberty University and I am majoring in elementary education and interdisciplinary studies along with a minor in special education. My life-changing event began in March of 2012 when my daughter woke up one morning and was barely able to bear any weight on her left leg. I gave her Tylenol or ibuprofen and sent her to school thinking it was just a pulled muscle. A few hours later, the school called me to notify me that she was unable to bear any weight at all on her left leg. I left work and went to pick her up and brought her to our pediatrician's office, which would be the start of many doctor's appointments before we finally figured out what was causing her to be unable to bear weight on her leg. They initially began with x-rays and tests, and then they couldn't find what was wrong, so they sent us to many doctors. In the meantime, she also started running fevers and began having upper respiratory issues. Finally, they sent us to a pediatric oncologist and tested her for leukemia because she had many of the symptoms. Thankfully, those tests were negative. The oncologist sent us to a rheumatoid arthritis doctor who diagnosed her with something called reflex sympathetic dystrophy, which affects the nerves of the limbs of the body. She went through physical therapy, and while she did gain use of her legs again, she still struggled with the fevers and the upper respiratory problems, which had now turned into a walking pneumonia. The walking pneumonia lasted 3 months, and they sent us to several doctors. Finally, they sent us to a pediatric immunologist in New Orleans, Louisiana. And this doctor ran several tests, and she eventually diagnosed my daughter with an immune deficiency called common variable immune deficiency. To date, my daughter has been on treatments now for 3 years. She began her treatments in August of 2012 for this immune deficiency. The way that this changed my life is that in the meantime, when we were trying to find answers, it was a very scary time to have a child with an illness that no one could diagnose. And while for many years I was able to have faith for other people in their situations, at this time I was unable to have faith for myself. I spent a lot of time in fear, just wondering if God was hearing my prayers. And eventually, when we got the diagnosis and I knew specifically how to pray, my faith did increase. And the way it has changed me is that I no longer can just have faith for other people. Now I can have faith for my own self and my own situations. And that is my life-changing event.